Flames everywhere. The Iranian oil tanker sank turned into an inferno after colliding with a Hong Kong bulk freighter 2 weeks ago. Right after the collision was reported, China dispatched 12 ships to the scene, including salvaging and law enforcement vessels. The fire was fierce and explosions could be heard from far away.
We could smell the pungent odor when we were tens of nautical miles from the site. When we arrived at the scene, the fire was illuminating the sky. The merchant ships around didn't know what was happening, and they kept asking us about the oil tanker. Then we commanded them to join the rescue work.
The rescue operation was rather difficult and life-threatening. The billowing smoke contained high levels of toxic substance, hydrogen sulfide.
The combustion of condensate in such a short time might lead to the boat exploding suddenly. Incomplete burning of condensate would release high levels of hydrogen sulfide. This posed a great difficulty to our rescue work. What's worse, the rescue team could lose their lives any time in the operation.
Up until last weekend, the weather conditions in this area were rather tough. The wind scale was from 6 to 8, which means the sea waves could reach 3 to 5 meters, equivalent to a 2-story building. To help deal with such difficult conditions, more ships joined in the rescue work, including vessels from nearby provinces. The area covered in the search for survivors reached nearly 9,000 square kilometers. Meanwhile, the flames on board showed no sign of dying down.
We had been working out ways to put out a fire, including how to make use of the wind to smother the fire with retardant foam. This has been the toughest job I've ever encountered in my 26-year-long career.
We could only use retardant foam or carbon dioxide to smother the fire because of the nature of the oil on fire. The oil tanker was carrying thousands of tons of condensate, and we were running out of foam, and there was no way for us to cap it with any equipment on the sea, so it was nearly impossible to put out the fire.
One day before the Iranian oil tanker exploded and sank, 4 Chinese rescuers risked their lives to board it despite the roaring flames. It was a life or death mission. Before they boarded, this picture was taken, as none of them were sure if they would return alive.
The scenario was the worst I've ever seen. The moment we approached the tanker, the heat of the blaze and the strong smell of the smoke triggered my sensor. I immediately turned on my oxygen carrier.
They spent 26 minutes on the ship and managed to find the black box and 2 bodies of the crew, but the temperature, which hit nearly 90 degrees Celsius, prevented them from getting into the cabin.
We were planning to wear anti-chemical suits, but it would restrict our movement, so we decided last minute just to wear ordinary suits.
We only had limited time because we only planned to stay on board for 30 minutes.
To facilitate Iran's rescue work in Chinese waters, the Chinese embassy in Iran also issued visas to Iranian rescue teams and experts. China's efforts have won the credit from Iranian officials.
During this incident, I realized that we don't have equipment used by the Chinese rescue team. My friends and I said that we should also have the equipment at our ports. China immediately shipped over 500 tons of foam. Even Japan, who participated in the rescue operation, also said they were short of foam.
Despite all the combined efforts, 29 of the 32 crew members still remain unaccounted for. I was here ready to board a rescue ship that would bring me to the spot where the oil tanker was burning. But half an hour after we got on the ship, we were told that the oil tanker had sunk and would no longer be going there. The Shanghai Maritime Bureau said now the efforts will be focused on cleaning up the polluted waters, though it remains unknown how severe the incident will be on the environment in the long term. Li Jianhua, CGTN, Shanghai.